Alright, welcome back to the Socialist Report. We got another article from Common Dreams. Got a lot from Common Dreams today. I mean, I prefer a more left-wing source, but I think Common Dreams is pretty good when they're not sucking up to Democrats. But let's just get right into it. This article is written by Adam Bychowski. Sorry, I'm bad at pronouncing things. Corporations are the modern-day scourges. Coca-Cola and Amazon among giants that hand over a fraction of their profits as part of promotional stunts. Corporate scourges in the United Kingdom have boasted about donating as little as 0.007% of their cash to charities at Christmas, analysis by Open Democracy has revealed. First of all, we should not be focused on corporations donating their money to charity. We should focus on ending corporations altogether, nationalizing every corporation, put that power in the hands of the worker. The workers need to seize the means of production. The way we're going to do that is nationalize corporations. And if we nationalize corporations, the power will be in the hands of the workers and watch poverty decrease. The money won't be going to the top 1%, and it'll be under government control, so it'll be strictly regulated, prevent price gouging. So if we do that, we won't have to worry about them donating to charities. See what I mean? These are social democrats. You can, they're just upset that they're not actually donating to charities. Amazon and Coca-Cola are among the giants that have been accused of giving pennies from their back pocket to good causes as part of promotional stunts over the holiday period. This year, Coca-Cola announced that it would donate the equivalent of a meal to charity for every person who visits its Christmas truck tour in the United Kingdom this year. It's only at the very end of its announcement that the world's richest beverage company explains it will give a maximum of just £25,000 to the charity Fair Share, which redistributes surplus food to the hungry. Once again, we need not to worry about corporations donating to charities, because private companies are never going to focus on the on charity work. They're never going to focus on the people that need the money the most, because they are crooked capitalists that main goal is to expand their bottom line, to make maximum profit, to cut wages, etc. According to Fairshare, £25,000 is not enough to supply 100,000 meals, but the donation amounts to less than 0.01% of the £259.9 million profit Coca-Cola made in the United Kingdom, the equivalent of a millionaire donating 30-pound turkeys to charity. By contrast, Coca-Cola handed £440 million in dividends to shareholders in 2021, dipping into its reserves to do so. And a way we could do to transition to nationalizing all corporations and putting in the hands of the workers, we could tax shareholder dividends. We could make sure that those, I mean, honestly, these well, taxing shareholder dividends is a bandage, but that bandage could lead. Now, we would want a social democrat to do this, because social democrats, they'll just do this, and this will be the end of it. They're like, we did it. It's not working for the long run, but we did it. We took care of the corporations. No, it's a bandage. We need. We could be able to do this in order to transition to a socialist system where we can nationalize corporations. Any corporation that breaks the law, we can nationalize it as a punishment. Outsourcing jobs, nationalize. Cutting wages, nationalize. Price gouging, nationalize. That could be a good way to transition to a socialist economy. But let's continue. Where was I? BAE Systems, also among the 30 biggest companies in the United Kingdom, donated £150,000 to food banks last Christmas. Just 0.007% of its £2.3 billion pounds, I don't know what the end means, profit for 2021. The arms manufacturer said it gave £11 million overall to charity in 2021. By comparison, it handed over £1.1 billion to shareholders in dividends and share buybacks. British gas owner Centrica, among the top 100 largest United Kingdom companies, also gave £250,000 to food bank operator Trestle Trust last Christmas. The donation was equivalent to 0.03% of its profits in 2021, which stood at £948 million, double what it made the previous year. The charity says the number of people using food banks rose by 40% between April and September this year. If these multinational corporations that are making record profit would actually, they could actually, the amount of wealth they have, they could actually end hunger in not just the United States, not just in the United Kingdom, probably in the world, especially if all these corporations actually focus their wealth on ending hunger. But that's never going to happen because these are private companies that the whole existence is to maximize profit at the expense of the working class, at the expense of their consumers, at the expense of the poor. So let's continue. These companies' charitable giving is too small even to call it reputation washing. This seems more like the corporate equivalent of using a drop of spit to clean something off the side of your mouth, said Alex Cobham. That is a weird analogy. Chief executive of the Tax Justice Network. The United Kingdom could today simply allow the Treasury to use existing legislation to make multinationals like Amazon publish their country-by-country reporting data. But both as Chancellor and now as Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak has blocked this measure. This guy is a frickin' liberal. I don't care what his skin color is. This is the way of the liberals, by the way. Just use the skin color of a person. Just use their sexuality, their gender or whatnot to, like, just look at Italy. You had Hillary Clinton, the she-devil herself, praising that Mussolini woman because she was a woman. The woman's a literal neo-fascist. She refers to herself as a neo-fascist, if I'm not mistaken. And then Hillary Clinton's like, oh, Trump's bad because he's a neo-fascist. But then goes around and praises another neo-fascist. But that was totally off topic. But meaning companies can continue to keep their questionable tax behavior in the shadows while they claim the plaudits for trivial charitable giving. Amazon, meanwhile, one of the world's richest companies, donated an estimated £256,000 to charity in the UK last Christmas. In a blog post, the company said it gave £120, split between 120 local charities nominated by employees. £50,000 to children's charity Barnardo's, £25,000 each to homeless charity DePaul and family support charity Homestart, and £10,000 to rapper Stormy's Murky Foundation. Amazon UK has also said it also donated £500 to every local food bank near its 24 warehouses. Open Democracy estimates this could amount to a £26,000 donation, given there are 52 food banks run by the Trestle Trust within 5 miles of Amazon's 24 sites. Amazon UK Services, the warehouse and logistics arms of its business, made profits of £204 million before tax in the UK last year, according to amounts filed at Companies House. The corporation's Christmas donations in the UK would amount to 0.13% of this income. Amazon's total profits in the UK were likely much higher than this figure. The company reported that revenue for all its business in the UK, including retail and cloud computing services, not included in the £204 million pound figure, was 23.2 billion pounds in 2021. It would not reveal how much profit it made from this. And on another thing, if Amazon, for example, they treat their workers like crap. If they actually treated their workers right, if they actually gave them a living wage, which you know they can afford, Amazon's making record profit. They make like I don't know exact number, so I'm not going to say it because that would be guessing. But they make ridiculous amounts of profit each year, and they don't even pay their workers well, when the workers are the ones that make this. This could prevent homelessness if the workers were paid the fair share, what they deserve, and what they deserve is actually to own the company themselves, to make the rules themselves as a collective, all the workers together united, the ones that actually do the work. But just under a capitalist model, if they actually got their fair share, we wouldn't have to worry about hunger and homelessness and things, because they would have enough money to be able to afford food for their families. So let's continue. Amazon paid no corporation tax in the UK that year, thanks to the Super Dedication Scheme for businesses that invest in infrastructure that was introduced the same year by the then Chancellor Rishi Sunak, according to research from the Fair Tax Foundation. And that's another thing they do. You think this, if you donated to charity, or well, actually I do think you do get, I'm not sure, do you get a tax break? I don't know, but these corporations will do that. They'll donate just a small amount because they've got billions. They've got billions. But they donate a small amount just to get tax breaks. They work with the government. They control the government. If you think the United States is a democracy, you're sadly mistaken. This is a neo-Fascist oligarchy. The corporations control everything. They fund the political parties, the mainstream political parties, Republicans and Democrats. If they funded the Libertarians or the Greens, not that I support the Libertarians, I don't. But if they supported the Greens or the Socialist Equality Party, I don't know why I thought of those before any of the other ones, Party for Socialism and Liberation, the Communist Party, if they funded those, then they would be winning all the time. But first of all, if they funded those, that would mean they're not true socialist parties, not true left-wing parties. Well, Communist Party is a Marxist party. But my point is, if they actually... I kind of went off topic here, but let me get back on topic. But they are bought and paid for by the corporations. They're bought and paid for by the lobbyists. And the working class will never get what they deserve as long as we got oligarchs that control everything. As long as the president's an oligarch that works for the corporations. The people who think the president has the power in the country are sadly mistaken. The people with all the power in the country are the corporations. The United States is not, it's essentially not even a country anymore. It's basically just a corporation. But let's continue. Other companies have applauded their employees' personal generosity while seemingly giving nothing themselves. For the last 2 years, staff working at Jaguar Land Rover have donated 100,000 pounds of their own money to charity and tens of thousands of grocery items to food banks. But asked if the company itself had contributed, its spokesperson told Open Democracy they were only aware of the donations given by employees. Big businesses like to pretend that, left to their own devices, they will do the right thing. These figures show clearly how hollow those claims are, said Nick Dearden, director of campaign group Global Justice Now. In a period of historically low corporate taxation, these giants will do anything they possibly can to further push their taxes down, as well as shift their costs onto the public sector and drive down the wages of their employees. The idea that putting a few pennies from their back pocket into the charity tin is going to make up for this is ridiculous. Big corporations and the multi-billionaires that run them now have so much more power than the average citizen, even here in the United Kingdom. Frankly, you will multiply these paltry charitable donations 1,000 times and you'd still get nowhere near the amounts necessary to change this. Coca-Cola, Centria, Amazon, and BAE did not respond to a request for comment. Of course they're not, because their CEOs are... You think they're going to talk to an independent progressive magazine? No, they want to go on CNN and then tell, oh, we're so woke, we're so woke. We had a gay person in our commercial. We had a black person in our commercial. They will push that while they're using them, exploiting them just to make record profit, because oh yeah, that's what people like. They like to see diversity. They're using capitalism. It's called woke capitalism. I don't know why I got off on that, but I don't know why I got to that, but yeah, that's what they do. And that's going to conclude this video. Thank you for watching. And Common Dreams, as usual, want to do the bare minimum to fix the problems in the problems with capitalism. They just want to fix it, when in reality, capitalism, you cannot fix capitalism, because capitalism is systematically rooted in racism, imperialism, exploitation, slavery, etc. So that's going to conclude this video. Poverty is also rooted in capitalism, because capitalism's all about maintaining the private sector's bottom line. That's all it's about. So thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. This has been the Socialist Report.